Okay, so Twitter tools. I talked already about Bitly. You could do the that's stumbleupon.pr has one. There are lots and lots of link shortening tools out there. So pick one that you like. The desktop apps I talked about. TweetDeck allows you to have different screens up on your computer that can actually organize some of the different tweets or actually streams that you get, because Facebook can be one of them, etc. Tweeterific, Twirl. Now statistics, TweetStats and Twitter Counter, those are some free statistics. On mobile, you can have Twitterberry for the BlackBerry, and Twitterphone and Tweety for the iPhone. And I have to admit that the iPhone seems to be the fastest, the fastest mobile phone that actually you can do much more with than my BlackBerry, for example. But now search. Again, you can search right on Twitter itself, but then there are other search engines that search Twitter, like Twillo, Mr. Tweet, Twubble. They all have. I know it sounds like I'm the duck here, And then what we're thinking is very, very exciting is the tools, although they're expensive. But Radian 6, I think they say Sysomos is the way they pronounce it, because I say Sysomos, but Sysomos, and Viral Heat. But I have another one that I like. I just saw it. It's called Spiral 16. And I think they're a little cheaper, but it still costs money to buy these tools right now. But the tools are so wonderful. For example, what they can do is they can monitor the Twittersphere, so to speak, and what they can do is tell you the people that are talking about you, how many times your name comes up, and then they do all kinds of what we call social mapping, where they say, okay, this is the center, but here's what's related to it, and then you can go from that center to other things that are related. So it's just amazing, and it's all visual, and it's all real data that's collected from the internet and from that particular platform. So it's very exciting stuff that's coming out. So it's not just all fluff. So, anybody know what that symbol is? RSS. Tell us, what is RSS? Do you know?
Not really. It's when you can follow someone on a blog.
Okay. You can subscribe. It's basically a subscription. It's called Really Simple Syndicate. And basically, you can follow, you can sign up as if you were signing up like a magazine or anything that you want to follow, and you can put it in places. So you can sign up for subscriptions or blogs or whatever, and it will go into your email, or you can put it into FeedDemon, which is an RSS reader. There's readers out there. I think today most of the browsers have them built in, so you can store them in places that if you're following a lot of data, every time new data comes out and you have an RSS, you get an alert to say, and it goes into your data feed, that FeedDemon or whatever, wherever the storage system is. There's a lot of them out there. So, what's a blog? A blog can be a part of a website, or it can be a standalone blog. But it's basically like a website. It's actually very, very complicated as far as functionality, but very simple to use. But you can actually set up a lot of different pieces of a blog. So it's a great tool. It's a tool, okay? A blog post written text entry by the blog authors, organized in categories, listed in reverse chronological order. So every blog that we call it a post, every post that you add goes on top of the post that was there before. So you can actually follow, and any comments go under that blog post. So if you have an interesting topic and you have a lot of people reacting to that topic, that's all going to be there, and then the blog under that you did before is going to be under there with all the comments. Now, there's a lot of functionality in the back end of blogs. So, for example, you don't have to post everything. If someone writes a comment, you get to see it. If you have that function turned on, that it's not just automatically going to appear, you have that preview quality, or you can actually make sure that it's not damaging or whatever. I think one of the things that we find is that if somebody's reacting to your blog, the comments can't always be good. So you have to kind of sprinkle it and use your judgment on what's a real critical, what's a legitimate criticism and that you're going to address as a company. And that's actually good because it shows, like what we were saying with Twitter, like Dell and some of these companies, that Comcast, that had difficulty, basically communicating with their unhappy clients. They found a way to communicate. They posted a lot of that stuff, but then they reacted to it and said, here's how we're going to fix it. Southwest did the same thing. They had a couple of issues that came up, but they addressed it. Now, some of the bigger corporations, if you have legal involved or FTC, you got to really think about how do you react. Sometimes saying nothing is better than getting involved with this, but sometimes you have to react at a point. But it's really the team has to know when to react. If there's a little buzz, then you might not want to react yet, but you have to know when to get in there and defend yourself, basically. So, basically, there's a lot of tools in the back end, as I was saying, for blogs, so that you can monitor this, this presence. So it doesn't have to be damaging, is what I'm saying. So you don't have to be as afraid of it as some people are.
Are all blogs two-way communication so that you're writing and people are reacting?
All blogs have that capability. You can shut it off.
Is it possible that you would write, people would react, but the other people reading the blog wouldn't be able to see what other people wrote too?
Well, you can always see, if you turn that off, they won't see the comments then. But
You can receive comments without it.
Without you posting them to your site. So yes, you can get all the comments and not go that next step.
Within your Google Analytics, can you see who is now subscribed to your blog through their RSS?
I don't know if they actually, I think you can see how many people actually opened or clicked on your blog, but I don't think they actually do that. No,
Okay.
I don't think you can actually identify who.
15 minutes
Okay, gotcha. All right, we're going to move fast now. So comment, okay. Now, why does a business need a blog? Okay, all of these reasons: direct communication, brand building, position you as experts, media and public relations, search engine marketing, which I think is the one thing that I was shocked that people don't think about, but that's where you have SEO and all that other stuff. Competitive differentiation. Now, that's a biggie today because most people still, believe it or not, do not have blogs. So you can differentiate yourself by having one. Relationship marketing, it's really good for customer service if you have a problem there. Reputation management, monitoring the social atmosphere to see who's talking about you, etc. And then function as a home base for social media campaign. You don't necessarily need to lead them to your website. You can lead them to your blog. So that's another place where they can go. And you might have a little more control over that if you're in a corporate situation where your website is driven by an IT team and it's very static and you don't have that capability. And you can have multiple blogs if you're a bigger business. You don't have to have one. Okay, so you can have multiple ones with different functions. Okay, applications. We did a lot with corporate blogs where you have like a company like IBM and you can use a blog for team management, project management, internal communication and knowledge behind a firewall. Let's say as an intranet, you can find out, you can have like years ago they used to have a box where you suggestion box. You can make a blog a suggestion box. All of your employees, if you have thousands of employees, what do you think? What's new innovative ideas? Idea generation and reward those ideas. You can have a blog doing that. Personal knowledge management, you can have that. External, for the company, marketing, customer service, industry news aggregation analysis. So if you have news, if you're a big company and you want to have, what's current and you can have a news feed that goes in there. And obviously the CEO can have a blog. So things to consider before you start. Okay, the search engine marketing benefit. Make sure that you know the keywords and that you can do some SEO work. Do you want individual brand versus integrated? An individual branded blog, carefully you choose your domain name, you host under a unique, and I'm trying to rush now because I know I don't have much time. But that would be, an integrated blog is visible, but it's globally, the website, it goes in the global website navigation, like mine does. So it's in part of the whole website. And then we feel that the blog template should match your identity, because every time you have an opportunity to have that identity, that's an important feature.